Hi guys, Big Wheel Dog 82 in the soil. Guess what time it is? The official starting point for the summer garden season is finally here. Not only am I getting ready to drop my tomato seeds on this very video, but there's also 2 challenges that we're kicking off right now. So if you stick with me, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here we are, finally, tomato planting time. And I've been waiting for this day to come back around for so long. Today it's finally happening. And along with this, we're also got a couple of challenges we're doing that are involving tomatoes. So the first one is the Tomato Challenge 2025. And the other one is Single Seed Challenge 2025. So, right off the bat, a lot of people are entering in the Tomato Challenge, and a lot of them picked, decent sized tomato plants, but a few of us have gotten in the same mind, and we're really trying to go for it this year. So, with that, I'm going to say that my Tomato Challenge entry is going to be the Big Zach from Seeds and Such. Surprise, surprise. So, hear that, Chad? Coming for you. Brian? Coming for you. Especially Crock Gardener. I got you, bro. So, there's that. And then for my single seed challenge, I'm going to plant the Saucy Lady, also from Seeds and Such. So, I'm planning on doing a lot more sauce making this year. And I'm trying to put this up against the Roma that I'm planning on growing as well, that I'm going to show here. So we'll see how that goes. And then from a large red tomato, I've decided to try out the Country Taste hybrid tomato. Don't know why. We just decided to. Because usually I'll do the big beef, but for this year, I'm just going to go with this and give it a try. Then the last big tomato I have that I'm planting is Cherokee Purple. Haven't ever planted it before, heard a lot about it, and I want to find out what all the fuss is about. So we're doing that this year. Alright, now for my cherry tomatoes. The first one is Super Sweet 100 from Park Seed. Then one that I grow every single year because my wife loves it is Midnight Snack, also from Park Seed. Then one of my personal favorites, Sun Gold from Botanical Interests. And lastly, I think I've already spilled the beans on it, is the Roma tomato from M.I. Gardener. So that's it. All of that is going to be planted. I have no idea where I'm going to put it all, but I want to put it all somewhere. And especially for the tomato challenge and the single seed challenge, these two, I'm going to make sure I take extra special care of these ones. But I mean, in general, I'm going to take care of all of them just about the same. So, with that being said, what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and plant both my tomato challenge plant and my single seed plant right here, right now. I will be planting the other 2, but who really needs to sit here watching me plant tomato seeds? So, single seed challenge, or I'm sorry, yeah, we'll do that. Single seed challenge tomato. I've already got set up here. Here at my station. If you guys haven't seen my video about why you should make a station, please look at that. It's in the Impaired Gardening playlist that I have, and I'm using the soil mix that I also discuss in my compost video, which is how to use outside compost indoors with no bugs. Sounds crazy, but it works. I promise. So, here we go. I don't know anything about these seeds in such packs because this is my first time buying them, so I don't know if these are going to restick readily or not. Looks like it might. Alright, so we only need one seed for this. And really, it could have been any plant, really. I don't think, I mean, the single seed challenge isn't necessarily about specifically tomatoes, but that's what I'm using mine for. So, just one seed, putting it here, dead smack in the middle. I've already got my labels sitting over here because, like I said in my video, for a station, you need to have everything you need so you don't have to get up and move around and go look for stuff. Already got my labels already made out. And I will also take a picture or a video, a clip of it once we get it upstairs. Okay, and then we're just gonna cover it with soil. And like that, we're done. Single seed challenge started. Now, for my tomato challenge plant, I believe the rules said we could have two. Basically, your primary and a backup. So that's what I'm gonna do. And if for some reason I'm wrong about that, I'll just get rid of one of these plants. So I'm within the rules. But I believe you're allowed to have two. One is your main plant, and then a backup plant just in case something happens to that first plant. So 1, 2, got them in there. All right. Just like that, we've got our plants done and in for both challenges. Now, while I'm not going to make you watch me plant the rest of these, I will do the rest of the cell since it's going so fast, I guess. And I'm just hyped for getting these seeds started finally. Well, there's a video coming out, not on this channel, as part of a collaboration over on Down Home Backyard Gardening, that he does a monthly show showing what gardeners across the US are doing in their zones. And on that video, when you finally see it, if you watch it, I state that I decided to wait a lot later than I normally would for both my peppers and my tomatoes for two reasons. Oh, sorry. This was the Country Taste tomato. So the reason I'm doing that, and you want to know what, before I get that started, let me put my label on here, 'cause I don't think I did. No, I did not. I did not put my label on there. That was the big pack. Okay, now we're good. Now, the reason why I am waiting later to plant my seeds is because I'm trying to see whether or not it makes a difference, or if my plants take off faster being smaller than they typically would be. So I normally would start sowing my tomatoes early, probably about the first, either the last week of February or right around the 1st of March. So today is the 21st of March. So I've got about 4 to 6 weeks, something like that, depending on weather, when I'm planning on putting them out anyway. So, even though I don't have any plants that I did start, because that would be a lot easier to do, wouldn't it? If I would have thought ahead and be like, well, let's just plant some tomatoes around your typical time. Then you can compare the same exact type of tomato plant with the other one that you plant later on. Nope, didn't think that far ahead. So, I don't usually have problems with my tomatoes. Usually I can have them growing to the top of my trellis and then overflowing, and then by the end of the season, it's hard to even reach in there to get whatever I need out of it. So, but we're gonna see. You know, you never know until you try, and if you try, the worst thing you can do is fail. And I doubt that I'm gonna fail this. And it's just a change of pace. That way I didn't have my grow room, which I still have plenty of room in. I just didn't want to get it all bound up with a bunch of plants sitting in there, some of them huge, some of them not. I mean, I did have to shuffle around some stuff up there to utilize my lights the best way possible, but yeah, this year I just went for a uncluttered and timely spaced out plants. That way, really I've got 3 whole shelves up there that I could use, and I've only used 1.5 at the most. And most of that's because there's bulks for trays and things like that, or things to lift up the plant towards the light. So it's not that big of a deal, and I didn't have to do it, but we'll see. All right, and lastly, the Cherokee Purple, and I put 3 of those country taste tomato seeds in, and I'll do the same thing here. Which I tend to like to multi-sow anyways, and then either prick them out or break them up. So like, it just means that I'll at least have 1 good plant, and if I'm lucky, I might have 3, and then have to decide which one's gonna get cold, which is easy because it's usually the smallest one. But who knows, I might have extra plants to give away to friends or family or something like that if they really want to plant themselves. Alright, so we are in, and the time has already started. Yeah. Now I'm not going to make you look at the cherry tomatoes that I've got that I ain't listed, because it's just boring. So all I'm going to do now is water these in. Yeah, I could have a sprayer. I'm just going to be gentle as I can be. And like that, we are done, guys. So it's, like I said, it's time for rocking and rolling now. The only things that I really am gonna have to worry about planting that I haven't already done is like the faster stuff, like my what do we got? Cucumbers. I might have to plant some of my collards. I probably should have planted those already. But the rest of the stuff really needs to be direct sun outside. So this is just about the last round of indoor plants. I cannot believe it. Because after this, what I have next to do is I'm going to go outside and get my carrots started. And if I have enough daylight, I might even get my potatoes started. Don't worry. I'll be bringing you guys along with me while I'm doing it. So I hope you guys are also entering in the tomato challenge and or the single seed challenge. They're open to everybody. Like I said, you can find the tomato challenge info on Chad's channel. The single seed challenge rules and stuff, I'm not quite sure. Probably just search for it on YouTube if you want it. And that's about it. All right, see you guys upstairs. And here we are. All 8 cells. Oh man, you have no idea how happy I am to know that I'm finally able to kick this stuff off. So here's hoping that any of you guys who were also in the challenge, or any of the challenge really, because I even got a garlic challenge that started, between Chad and myself. But let's just get ready for this friendly, little game of who's got the best garden. So with that, I'm gonna put these little puppies to bed. Boom. Heating mats on. They're cooking, and I'm ready to go.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, before we leave for this video, I just wanted to show the current state of all the tomatoes. So here we have 100% germination of all my cherry tomato and my Roma tomatoes plants. And then here, look at that single seed challenge plant already popping. Big Zach already popping right there. And the other ones, let's see, are the Country Taste and the Cherokee Purple. Nothing just yet, but they're coming along. So there you guys go. Again, these were planted on the 20th and the 21st. Today, I believe, is the 25th of March. So there you guys go. And just like that, the summer garden is started officially with the tomato plants. You don't know how long I've been waiting to start. It's like the official sign that, you know what, we're getting ready to get into it, and I can't wait. Of course, this is just the beginning, so I hope you guys stick around with me throughout this entire season and see what I've got going on, what tips and advice I can give to you, and on top of that, you get to see this beautiful old face. Nah, I'm just playing. But no, for real. I'm here, so I hope you guys are as excited as I am to get your gardens going now. So, and for that, I'm out of here. So, it's Big Wheel Dog 82 in the soil, and I'll see you guys later.